are seeing us pushing our own boundaries. They are seeing us putting in efforts to, do something that we really like, but are just, scared or say apprehensive of attempting. I would always comment on her swimming when we go for competitions, and she would tell me, you don't know how to swim, how can you comment? You got scared and you left swimming, so you can't comment on that. So that was an eye-opener. I said, of course I'll have to show her that I have overcome my fear of the water. It's an important skill. It is not that it is about something that you should know swimming. It was like, it is an important skill that I should learn, and I gave up on something just because of the environment that I was in. Few people bullied me into, no, you should not swim and things like that. That was the reason I had given up. Correct. And that my daughter knew. So she was like, you came under that entire influence and you did not pursue something. So how can you tell me? And I pushed my boundaries. I learned to swim at the age of 36. And when I went into the water, I actually remembered, because when as a young child, I had exactly. So it is like, I even tell my students and everyone this only, that, until and unless you don't, jump into the water, you don't know whether you're going to drown or swim.
As a parent, you stop, taking things to your heart. Ensure that your kid is eating right. Okay, that is very important. One way for this is, I like it always, and I also suggest it to people, is that get a plate with partitions. We used to have thali in each sectional section. Yeah. And then whenever you're sitting down to eat, encourage your kid to, add something in each of the partition. Right. Maybe a little bit of dal. Even if you have a salad, the kid might not add the entire salad in one partition. They will be smart. They will add cucumber in one partition, one carrot in one partition, or maybe one lemon in one partition. It's okay, but encourage them. Maybe one partition is not filled. They might get the chips from the kitchen and they might add it in that. It's okay. Right. But encourage that, they are having variety on their plate, and they're eating all the colors and herbs.
Disability sector, we use this term very often, that don't have sympathy. I mean, for a disabled person, don't show your sympathy and have empathy.
Yeah, they don't want your pity.
Yeah. How do you practice that? And say कि oh बेचारा देखो इसके तो ये भी नहीं है, ये बेचारा कैसे करेगा? These are all useless terms which one should not use. Correct. Put yourself, like if you're talking to a person who sits on a wheelchair, then make sure that you go on her eye level. Yes. So you can talk to her directly and you don't feel that. So these are the, I won't call it act of kindness, but these are just little things where you are making another person also feel equal or important. And then the sense of equality, like, forget about the income group or say disability and this thing, and treat everybody with the same respect.
Actually, what I realized with kids is, if you are trying to teach them something by imposing, by lecturing, by telling them stories, it rarely works, because kids cannot connect. They don't understand. They can only understand something which is like a picture in front of them. I'm just sitting simply watching, maybe, traffic signal. I just look at it. And simple, one small example recently that happened. Whenever I go to my mother's place, that's old Bangalore, Rajaji Nagar, we always commute in a two-wheeler, which is not there here. Here at my place, it's always a four-wheeler.
A vehicle,
so always a four-wheeler. So I took my son out and he's like, I think my back is hurting sitting in a two-wheeler because there is nothing to, lean back. And driving a two-wheeler seems quite challenging, Amma. I said, this is the reason I thank my car, because it gives me it gives me that comfort. I just said that one statement and I left it off. After coming home, I never told him, you should feel thankful, you have it. No, nothing. I just said, I am thankful that I have a four-wheeler which gives me a little more comfort, and I'm thankful for having that. That's all. One statement, no lecture. After coming home, I was really very surprised to see. I just reached home. He just went. He just touched the car and he said thank you and he came home.
ठीक है, रात का 10 minute as a family, clean the house. Make it a livable place. Tell them like, okay, आप ना dining table खाली करो, मैं dinner लगाती हूँ.
Correct.
ठीक है, आप toys pick up. Let's put on some music and dance around picking up toys.
Yeah.
Create an exact routine. Make it fun. Create an exact routine like 8 o'clock से 8-10 तक we will make this house beautiful to have dinner.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that is how you do it. And on an everyday process, it starts becoming a part of you, a habit, a routine.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Very
You
true.
know, you have to be involved in a process than just saying the kid, you know, उठा के रखो अपना सामान क्या फैला रखा है.
So let's reframe the question with how does all of that fit with building your skills up? You know, because it's
So we have
really
to change the
hard.
perspective.
Yes, change the perspective. It's not about passion as much as it is about getting good at something, you know, like really good at something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you do that, you know, fortunately for the kids today, and maybe a little unfortunately for the parents, because it requires a changing of the paradigm.
Yeah.
We are in a world which is in flux. You know, those old notions of, oh, you need to get a job that you can be in for 40 years of your life. The thing that the parents need to equip the kids with, if they aren't already there, and most kids are probably far ahead of us parents, is to stay teachable.
Yes.
Be adaptable, stay teachable, so that you're picking it up. You're a sponge. You just take it from everywhere. Stay, you know, you stay open, you're wide, you know, you're allowing things to come in. And this is one of the things that I tell every kid that's in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, you know.
So when this conversation, going back to your previous question of how do we define smarts in a child, I think the smarts comes from the child being able to identify what they like and where they can improve themselves. It is not about whether I can do maths or science or technology.
Beautifully said.
It's like, think of all the scientists. So scientists in history, each one of them was an artist of some kind.
Yes.
Right? Including Einstein, starting from Einstein to Stephen Hawking to everybody. They all had a passion for something which was artistic. And that is because they realized that, you know, in order for me to focus on something, so smarts is not about getting marks. Smarts is not about saying I'm better than you. Smarts is about realizing what you are good at and trying to achieve something in that.
If you have to look into the common mistakes what every parent does, right? I'll tell you what are the common mistakes so that we'll get an idea of where we need to draw the line. Okay.
Sure.
So the first mistake is parents thinking, I know everything that is good for my child. First mistake. The truth is we know nothing.
Yes.
And when we know, only when you say that I know nothing, you're going to look at your child completely dispassionately and without any judgment. This has to go into our heads very clearly. Right? Number two is, I want my unfulfilled dreams to be fulfilled by my child.
Common mistake. Yes.
So I was not able to do this. I was not able to get such a good education. I did not have it best, but I want my child to go into the best and do. And I wanted to be this. I couldn't. I want my child to fulfill. Number two mistake. That is your dream. It goes with you, not with your.
What I mean for innovation, first let them be socially aware. Let them explore.
Yes.
Then let them imagine, right? And then third is let them implement. Like I see parents who will not give anything related to wires to their kids. That's not right. You can create an environment, make sure that whatever you are buying, you are there when they are doing something with wires, but you have to let the child implement, right? Implementation, and the child most probably 99% of the time, maybe the child will fail. Okay. Even a youth will fail. But does that mean if you keep stopping them from trying out,